I heard this interesting quote about failing some time ago, and it said that failing is failing only if it's the last chapter of the book. Otherwise, it's just a plot twist. And that got me thinking about failing in a different light. Often we think that failing is something final, something went wrong, and that's very bad. But maybe it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe it can mean that we're just in a crossroads, and we have two options of which to choose from. You can choose whether you give up and get depressed, you failed. Or then you can choose the other option. Maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe you can learn something from this. Maybe you can find other ways to deal with those situations in a better way. And I claim that the amount of work, the amount of tasks, hasn't necessarily gone up that much in the past years, but the environment in which we work in has changed very dramatically. There are all the time coming interruptions and information from everywhere and beep beep and everything, so it's much harder to concentrate. Today it's not enough that you want to concentrate. You actually have to make some knowing decisions that you're able to concentrate. So information doesn't teach, life experience teaches. And that's why I tell a lot of stories and examples so that people can get this aha moment and they can relate and they can feel that, okay, maybe I do have a possibility of making that change. By the cabinet. They say that the President of the United States, Barack Obama, when he was in the Oval Office, he wore similar suits every day and he ate similar breakfast every day. And that's because he was in such an important job and he had to make such hugely important decisions. So he didn't want to use any of his willpower in the morning for, what should I wear for work today? Or, what kind of breakfast should I eat today? No, he wanted to go to his very important job with his willpower bank totally full so that he was able to make those very big important decisions. We are used to walk in this path of least resistance. That's the easy way we're used to doing things. But then let's say here is the path of success that leads to fame or fortune or whatever you want. But it's a totally different path. Path of success, path of least resistance. But what if these two paths could be the same path? What if the path of success could also be the path of least resistance? That's when it gets really interesting. So now we will go through this three-step process of building the routines. So the first step is to measure the tasks. We often we think we know what we do. I remember what I did yesterday and I know what I'm going to do today and tomorrow and so on. But most of the things you do remember. But we really don't remember everything. There are surprises or small tasks or something happens and there are a lot of things happening in your workday. And if you want to get a change basically for anything, it's always smart to start with measuring the current situation. So the secret to efficient time management is really to take a little bit more time for planning. Because if you come to work and you have no idea what you're going to do and you have 10 things you have to do and your desk is full of stuff and email inbox is full of things people want from you, you have your shoulders and your ears before you have done the first thing and you're very stressed and you haven't gotten anything done. But if you use a little bit time for planning how you're going to execute your days, that's when you feel more in control. As an epilogue, this famous man, Albert Einstein, he used to say that the definition of crazy is that you do the same thing all the time the same way, but you expect a different result. So if you want to get a different result, you should make some different choices. But often the problem is that you realize that you don't like the result you're getting, but you don't know what you should do differently to get a better result.